Good morning, Morgan, and good morning to any of your friends that might be joining us to watch this video. All right, we're up to Python video 12, and today we're going to talk about the pass statement. Okay, now the funny thing about this pass statement is it's not going to make a lot of sense to you because it doesn't really do anything. But it's actually really important when you're developing your code. You see, your code will have different levels of complexity. Okay, there'll be the very top level, very basic commands like go do this, go do that. Like for instance, you get up in the morning and you go, well, I have to go to this class, or I have to go to school, and then I'm going to go to karate class, or then I'm going to go to the barn. Okay, that's high level. Okay, then the second level of complexity would be what you do while you're at school. I got this class to go to, I got this class to go to, I got this class to go to. And then a third level of complexity be what you did while you were in those classes. Okay, so what happens is when you write your programs, okay, you start at that level 1 and then you work your way down, okay? And you create like a shell, right? And when you do, you want the program to work even though you haven't put anything in that page yet, okay? And that's what you use the pass for, so you just pass over the code because you haven't written the code yet, okay? And then also there are these functions where you have to return a value, okay? And in those cases where you want to create a little modular piece of code that does a certain thing, but you don't need it to pass anything back, you use the pass command, okay? And here's just some examples. Now, we're not going to actually run any examples here today because these codes are just little chunks of much bigger code, so it doesn't make sense for me to write a whole program just to show you how this works. But anyway, so here's how you use it in a while statement. Here's when you're defining a class, okay? And then here's when you're defining a function, okay? So remember I was telling you about you're supposed to return something? Well, here's your example of that. All right. So with that, we're going to read the manual, and then that's it because we don't need to come back to the code because we're not going to be running any code. All right. So with that, let's go over to the manual. All right. Let's knock this reading out.
Python Training Video 12. Pass statements. The pass statement does nothing. It can be used when a statement is required syntactically, but the program requires no action. For example,
all right, here's the example we talked about earlier when it's in a while loop. Let's go to the next item.
This is commonly used for creating minimal classes.
All right. There you go. We're a class, and then I believe this is a function or a method. They keep changing the names. I get it confused because of all the different languages. Anyway, let's read.
Another place pass can be used as a placeholder for a function or conditional body when you are working on new code, allowing you to keep thinking at a more abstract level. The pass is silently ignored. Definite log *args. Pass hashtag, remember to implement this.
Stop, you silly thing. All right, here we were talking, this is the machine, the manual, explaining what I told you earlier about how you... And with that, the video's over. See you next week.